David, we'll start with you.
This can be for either one of y'all. Given what this program's been through with all the people that went to portal and everything, what does being bowl eligible mean for you guys?
It definitely means a lot, you know. We went from having, before this game, 2 more guaranteed to now, including the game we just played, 3 more guaranteed. So, you know, it means a lot that we'll be able to have, you know, that extra month and then an extra game with, you know, our brothers. And then obviously we want to finish strong next week, and that will probably put us in a better bowl. So that was just going to be great.
Jimmy?
Matthew, you've dominated the line of scrimmage. Just talk about the aggressive nature in which you played, and also the fact that you held them to 1 of 16 on 3rd down.
Oh, well, that's good to know. That means we took a good step from last week. You know, obviously we want to fix some things. Just thinking back to the game, watching it and being in it, there's some things we want to fix, but we're happy to take steps in the right direction and make negative plays on their side of the line of scrimmage.
Austin and then Wes.
Roman, you were very active tonight. You look around your teammates, some of them, you know, didn't have a quick start to the career, but have really gotten really solid play as they've progressed and developed. Do you feel like this could kind of be that kind of fire starter for you, so to speak, where you see this every week out of you?
Yes, you know, my goal every week is to play the best game that I can, and tonight just shows that I've been making improvement each game that, you know, we play, so that's pretty much it.
Wes?
Matthew, I know that, you know, the season's obviously not over yet, but to be one of the leaders on this team, to respond to the way last season went, and to have the, you know, it just didn't look like it maybe would be this good at times this year, at least in the off season. How much pride do you take in that, or is that something you'll look at later in life?
I mean, I don't really I take pride in being a leader on this team, but I don't think about it that way. I just try to impact people the way that I can. I know that maybe things didn't look like so good from the outside, but like I said last week and like I said before, never really had any doubt with this team. There was no inkling in my heart that said anything otherwise than, you know, winning every game and going to win a national championship. That's not how it went, but, you know, I never had any doubt in this team. So, you know, that's kind of just always been my mindset on those 2 things.
Adam, and then back to Jimmy.
For either of you guys, how do you guys now compare it to a couple months ago, like around the Florida game? If you play yourselves from 2 months ago, how does that go?
Honestly, as a team, you know, at first I didn't feel like, you know, we were playing together. And so now, you know, everything's kind of clicking the way we want it to. We're always pushing to make strides and improvement. And so that's what it's all about.
Matthew, we tend to see has outscored opponents for like over 100 points in the first quarter. Why do you think you guys have been able to get off to such great starts?
Well, I mean, just naturally, just the anatomy of the body. You're not tired at the beginning of the game. So, you know, we're going really fast and we're used to going fast. And the other team, they're not used to speed on offense. And then, you know, naturally, even if it's by a couple of seconds, we slow down later in the game. That's anybody, the fastest offenses in the world are going to do that. And then maybe they have a little bit more time to recover. But when it comes down to it, we just want to play a 4-quarter game and be the best all through 4 quarters and, you know, consistency.
To follow up on that, Coach Heckler talked earlier about how he wasn't real pleased with the 48 hours before kickoff, but he's been a lot more pleased with that. Have you noticed an improvement with the team as far as preparation 48 hours before a game?
Yeah, maybe earlier in the year, maybe just it's just all about small details. It's not like we're over here like messing everything up or, you know, everybody's just, you know, all out of whack. It's just small details, but small details turn into big things in the game.
Wes?
Roman, what's it like? I imagine you've been on special teams and stuff in practices and scrimmages. What's it like trying to chase Velas around out there on some of those punt and kickoff returns? It just looks like when he puts his foot in the ground, you don't really know where he's going next.
You know, Velas is a pretty fast guy, so I mean, I guess, you know, I haven't been on any special teams this year, but last year, you know, when I would scrimmage against him, it was pretty challenging, you know, just because he's a quick twitch guy. He knows how to hit the hole right. And so you just got to have your eyes on him and watch him.
Jay, giving back to David.
Matt, you mentioned having that lack of doubt in this team. How long after Coach Heupel was hired did you start to get that confidence in this group, or has it been there since the beginning?
I mean, obviously from the outside looking in, it's been like kind of ugly, but the last staff, the staff before that, like I don't doubt the people that I go to work with every day, you know. Now, if you show me, you know, something that isn't to the standard, then I'll address it. Coaches will address it. Roman will address it. Other leaders will address it. And if you can raise up to the standard, I don't doubt you. If you're down out the standard, you're probably not with us. There's people who have transferred who aren't on this team anymore. So, you know, the people I go to work with, I have full confidence in because they show me day in and day out.
Matthew asked Josh the same thing. He said that he knew this team would run slow, but he didn't realize it'd be that slow as far as how many times they took the play clock under 5 seconds. How, given what you go through every week in practice against Tennessee's offense and how fast it is, how weird was it? How much of an adjustment is it when the other teams take it at 3, 2, 1, then they snap it?
It was kind of funny. They would huddle, and I guess I'm not really looking at the huddle. I'm kind of like waiting for the play call, and I'm over here in my head like, it's taking so long. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, obviously they give the signal. I turn around and line up, and then I ask myself again, it's taking so long. And then they finally stop the ball, and of course we play a good snap, and then it's just kind of repeating. So I'm actually pretty thankful for it, to be honest with you, because we played some fast offense and offenses who have done tempo with us, so we're just making it happen.
It's time for one more. Wes, begins the last one.
For both guys, I know you both play up front there defensively. When you met the new staff and you were kind of going over the defense and what it would look like, how quickly did you realize that y'all were going to get the chance to play vertical and make more plays behind the line?
I can say from the jump, Coach Banks does a pretty good job of drawing up blitzes and all kind of pressures for us to make plays. And so, you know, from the beginning, we would see that it would work from all 3 levels. He had it drew up for safeties, for corners, you know, for Leos, or even D-line. So, you know, it was pretty much we just had to play the plays.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll get Pendon and Bailiff.